and she just has continued to perform at a really high level. Bishop went for the dump set. Rutgers has to play a free ball. Now back to Moore. Wow, big hitting from Aaliyah Moore. Hit that one at the apex. No chance for Rutgers to stop that. Here's Layla Ricks to serve. Alyssa Nayar goes to Gurkovich. Maryland able to keep it alive. Ricks had the dig. Gurkovich again. And that one, too much power from Christina Gurkovich.
Smaller, shorter of a blocker, so you give and you take, but we can see what Nayar's bringing to the table here is also working for the Knights.
And there, if they can get more of that from Alyssa Kinkilla, boy, Rutgers will be in 4 kills, barely hitting over 100, but you see the raw power once again from the 6'4" red.
Second set underway. Alyssa Nayar, her first serve, and Sarah's unhappy with herself. And you remember, Adam, the only reason they have that opening point, got that opening point, was because Sarah's had a little mental error. There's their second one as Vernon gets in on the action.
And that's usually not a recipe for success.
Zuloff the serve. Humphrey. Hayworth against the net. Humphrey again, tipped at the net. Here comes Geddes, blocked at the net.
Hitting percentage, .024. No one towards the middle.
Colheed to serve. Hayworth for Geddes. Kept alive somehow. What a dig there. Geddes again. Can they pull it off? Rutgers, Humphrey sends a free ball over. Now Ramelsberg. Oh, and Geddes tried to get it over the net, tried to sneak it over with a soft tap.
They got off to a great start, won the first 2 sets. Penn State, as they always do, clawed back, but the Illini were able to hold on in that 4th set. As there's the redshirt freshman, Alyssa Kinkilla, the Aussie. Rutgers' leading hitter gets into the mix. You better have your #1 hitter bring her A game, and she did. Nice dig that time from Alyssa Nayar, keeps it alive, but then a block. Suffocating defense from Illinois. It's Terry and Hinton again. For this set, Rutgers hitting just .081. That's off the net. That's good. It's in play. Vernon. Here's Vanderwide. Almost ran into the stanchion. Dump set kill from Alyssa Nayar, and a beauty. And she's got her arms perched back, saying, yeah.
Another good sharp cross. Pass off the net again. Urquhart gets it up in the air. Tessier is able to chase it down. Vanderwide has to platform it, but that's a good ball. Middle attack, blocked, dug up, dumped over, got lucky there.
Kinkilla, that time nobody was saving that one. Alyssa Kinkilla, another look at this one. Nice back set too from Nayar.
Transfer from Texas. Sends it over. Humphreys tries to tap over the top and finds that hole, even in at 1. Serve again. Back set, Yosia digs it out. Kuzma with a high tap over. Good opportunity for Rutgers. Yosia sending it right back. Nice hustle to keep it alive. Back and forth we go. Off the deflection, point to the Scarlet Knights.
Into that one, goes right down the line. Chitty keeps it alive. Tigers back on the offensive. Big hitting on the near side pin from Kathleen. Setter Sydney Draper wants to get her involved more after that swing. Draper's got 13 assists now. Approaching next on the list, Voigt Alvord has that 1,009, 8th all time. Nayar for Ricky Williams, and that gets Rutgers going here in the 3rd.
And Merzick now back to serve. And she'll have this season and another one still to go while working on her NBA here, eligibility-wise. So Rutgers with the first block of the match. Penn State comes in second in the nation. Over 3 blocks per set. Only Texas gets more. Nittany Lions don't have a block to this junction. Nayar to the outside. And there's the Penn State block, but it's out of bounds. 2+ months of thrills, spills, and chills, shall we say? Glad to have you along for the first Big Ten Conference affair of the 2023 campaign. Jason Knapp, Raynell Jones, Big Ten Network crew. Penn State took the first and leading here in the second, with Rutgers trying to be spunky here and work its way back in. Iowa basketball with Caitlin Clark and company, getting in on the theme, doing it at Kinnick Stadium on the outside. That's going to be a fun watch, too. Schweihofer really loving her feistiness and what she's brought to this group.
Now the Scarlet Knights offense works for the first time, and it's Kinkilla, the redshirt sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. Again, kind of quiet on Wednesday, but and seemingly getting better and better each year. In their 48 seasons as a program, they've been to the NCAA tournament 24 times, including a trip to the second round last year.
And Coach Dave Shondell really shouting out the groundwork that was laid back in the 1970s by Carol Dewey for the 1,000 career program wins for this Purdue offense, and crediting her work early on, who did the heavy lifting, he says.
Meanwhile, Kinkilla with her second put down of the day.
Rutgers in deep trouble. Dowler sets Russ. Sire dug by Chitty. And Williams gets the point for Rutgers. Sydney Dowler is serving for the Terrapins. And Kirkovich off the block, the point for Rutgers.
On the slide that we were hoping and expecting to see this entire match.
Nayar, the back set to Kirkovich, and gotta love a slide that works like that.
Taylor Humphrey has stepped up and really been vocal about who she is and what they're going to do to make this program different from the others.
Overpass, kept alive by Rutgers. Dowler sets Ivy. Ball ricochets around. Dowler tries Ivy again, and Rutgers with a massive point.
For key to win. It can be done. It's going to be difficult, especially being student athletes, but it will be adjustments, of course.
Becca Williams dug by Spahn. Sire, what a dig by Nayar. And Kinkilla bangs that ball for the point.
To get the ball up and just keep it alive. They're doing a great job of controlling the ball if it's not 100% clean.
Dowler one more time. Great dig by Dowler. Ivy blocked down on Maryland's side. Schnitta. Nayar on the slide. Kirkovich off the block. Point Rutgers.
Front row, being able to dump off the slide and then hit off a slide and then tool off a slide is so impressive as a middle.
They're someone that they love having on the court.
In a much different role than she was last year. As a 6th rotation player. And there's Gurkovich again, drawing some hands at the net. Yosia on the service. And Nayar going to Kinkilla. At number 15 Penn State, they played number 19 Purdue, and a tough Maryland team to open Big Ten play. All tied at 1, and off we go in set 3 with a service ace to get it going.
And where there isn't a defender.
Chitty for Williams. Off the block, kept alive. Gurkovich blocked. Back to Williams over the top. And Hold'em got there. Nagurkovic one more time. Yosia. Hold'em blocked.
And they've won a couple of sets in each of their last 2 matches, so their setter, Alyssa Nayar, starts us off with an ace, and that's got to feel good for Rutgers. Nayar goes to Ricky Williams in the middle. The transfer's on the board for the first time tonight.
Good. Her ability to not only be strong, but to adapt.
Nayar with a nice dump set kill. Nice point that Rutgers needed. Gets him back within 2 here in the early going of the second set.
You know, going with a lot of those strong kills, she just dumps this one.
We said Minnesota hit under 200. They only hit 124, so the Maryland Terrapins defense came to play. Kinkilla's got her first kill of the night.
Creating traffic right near the net, not giving the Scarlet Knights any lanes to put any kills together.
And both of these teams right in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten in blocks per set. Gurkovic goes long for the corner, and it gets a kill. A little bit of miscommunication from Minnesota, and Gurkovic off to a great start with 3 kills.
And you also mentioned on that play, getting active there, Kylie Murr, who leads the Big Ten in digs entering play.
And perfectly executed from the setter, Alyssa Nayar. The old dump set kill caught Minnesota napping.
Yeah, that is just excellent work there from Nayar.
And the way that she's moving towards the ball, that just adds power behind it.
Here's Humphrey. Season best 11 kills for her tonight. That falls for the setter, Nayar, who puts it away. McGee has to sprint just to get that one up. Crowell goes for the changeup. Now Nayar goes for the dump set kill and flushes it home.
The mainstays in the Big Ten, big statement.
And that's going to be an ace for Nayar, and Keegan Cook wants a timeout.
And we'll talk about Kari Bohm for the Fighting Illini. You have your eyes on her play. Side out here, tied at 4. Kinkilla with the serve. Mosier dumps it to the middle. Therefore it was Chitty. Middle attack, and the kill for Kristina Gurkovic. Nayar, back into the table here. She's okay. She's looking back and making sure everyone else is okay. Terry off Gurkovic's block, and it was down and inbounds.
Here's Palavic. Again from Hartman. Nayar finds Kinkella again on the right side. Good dig there from Deer. When you get the ball, when you have these great moments, you can't follow it up with that service error. Definitely not what they're looking for.
I definitely think tonight each team will have to fight for every point. Rutgers is coming off of 2 losses on the road from Wisconsin and Illinois, so they are probably really wanting to end that losing streak come hard tonight.
That was a good dig there from Dierstad after a big swing from Landfair. There was Nayar, and that was Hardison. Alyssa Nayar is the Big Ten setter of the week. Nayar with a great serve and an ace. Closing out set number 1. Here's Elise McGee back to the line for the Gophers. She had 17 kills against the Gophers earlier this season, but similar story to Phoebe Awolea in that she grew up in Melbourne, Australia, where volleyball wasn't quite as popular.
Home crowd has come out and shown some pretty good support here today as well.
Absolutely, and I think we'll see more people flood in too. Rutgers has a pretty big day in athletics today at home.
Very young Rutgers team. They are the youngest in the Big Ten.
And 6 newcomers on the squad too. It still takes time to transition.
And there's Tina Gurkovic. There's the senior leader, though. We talked about her.
Player from Rutgers to ever be part of that, and she said being around such caliber and All-Americans made her game so much better. Oh.
And there's the dump set kill from Nayar. And Gigi, you love watching the setters do that. Sets now more so than just straight set, show up and not really be all that competitive.
It says so much about a coach to be able to take it to 4 sets instead of getting swept, but also it builds character, it builds grit, and it's what you want as a team. Wow. team. And like I said, she is so calm, and she's one of those presence on the court.
One of the best blocking teams in the country. You got to mix up. You got to give them different looks. Rutgers has done that today.
Absolutely, and I think that's huge of you to point out, too. Coming from the back row, too, it is always harder to block that shot. It's hard to time it. And so I think that we'll keep on seeing Kinkilla being fed in the back row, pushing it over the net. And it's obviously working. Pan with the receive.
Collins on the slide, goes short. Chitty with the dig. Nayar, another kill. The setter has 4 kills on 4 swings.
Look at this. Love to see it. Once a set.
Illinois chance here to end it, though, if they get a good serve receive. That one goes long, and they don't even have to return it. A service error that just missed. Caitlin Schweihofer is going to challenge.
Challenge on the line.
Pretty close here, so probably as close as Rutgers gets. Short of going to Nebraska, serves right down the line. Dennis, good pass to Mateo. Good dig there, ball comes out. Back row swing, Dennis gets it up in the air. Pushed out to the outside. Good dig, middle attack. Catches the line. Caught the far line there, good swing there, good angle swing, good short serve there. Platformed up, outside chops it over. Good swing good dig from Dennis. Moravec off the net. Another good pass from Rutgers all the way to the outside. And that's a kill for Hartman. Kinkella heads back to the service line now. Another good float serve, but a good pass from Dennis. Buettner blocked, covered by Dennis. Buettner again, blocked again, and that one catches the line as well.
You know, sometimes it really works out on your favor, but sometimes it can really depend on the side of where you're hitting it.
Great drop serve from Ortega, but Hawks get the dig. Buettner from the outside, blocked. Covered, though. Back row from Urquhart. Right down the line. Dennis is going to chase down a good second ball there. McSweeney will just push it over.
I'm really liking this energy on the Scarlet Knights side, on their feet, waiting for that ball to come over on the other net. On the Hawkeye side, we want to see them a little bit faster. You know, they have been getting some good.
I've passed balls around with the team, and I cannot do that. Punched over from, boy, that's the hustle effort play.
In-system play for Rutgers. Somehow they keep that dump alive. Murray chasing after it.
Nayar, big bump set. Hartman, nothing doing. A little bit miscommunication there for Indiana. Quick one for Gurkovic. Mishit it, but she'll take it. And the senior from Belgrade, Serbia, has Rutgers' first kill of the night. Kristina Gurkovic, so good at the net, both blocking and her offensive skills. Ramblesburg on the slide. Taylor Humphrey was ready for it. Nayar, Gurkovic on the slide. Big time right hand cannon from the senior. The Boilermakers always one of the toughest tests. Rutgers with a block, and it's Nayar and Gurkovic. And now the Scarlet Knights are getting the defense involved.
Had a lot of potential herself.
Back to Ramblesburg. It's a tough one. Humphrey had to just run up and tip it. Nice dig that time by Alonzo Corsellis, and Indiana keeps it alive. Hardison nearly a block. And that time she does block it. We'll see if Indiana tries to get her 18. Pop serve from Gary. And there's the dump set kill from Alyssa Nayar. She has worked on that and has...
Unbelievable atmosphere this afternoon.
Jackson, another talented freshman middle from Brighton, Colorado. There is a freshman for Rutgers, Zora Hardison. Defeated number 16 Minnesota, the first ever ranked win in program history. And Nayar wins that joust against Merritt Beeson.
Avery Tatum, the one who finished off the Ohio State 5-set match. Serve is dug out nicely and dribbles over the net. That was from the back row.
Is really big for Steve Aird's team.
A lot of volleyballs about that all-important first set. Here's another swing, and that one gets down for Anna Hartman.
Rutgers evening, rather.
Golead will serve. It will go to Becca Williams. It'll be Nayar. And now Indiana. Alonso Corsellis falling backward to Chiniu, digs it out. Far side swing. Golead gets it in play. Hayworth, Alonso Corsellis comes up short, goes back to Indiana. They get another 3 hits, and it's blocked again. It was Zora Hardinson. Nayar will serve. And a little bit of miscommunication, and Alonso Corsellis can't quite get to it.
Humphrey coming into this one, 3rd on the team. She's coming up on 200 kills on the year. Nayar over to Humphrey again. Back-to-back kills for Humphrey. Look to her to lead the offense most days. There's Williams with a dig on the back line. Quick one for the freshman. Hardison wasn't on the same page necessarily with the timing, but it works out. A little changeup. Looking for one big run to try to steal this 3rd set. Wolverines looking to wrap it up in straight sets. There's the defense that Rutgers so desperately needed. A big rejection led by the senior Kristina Grkovic. They only had 6 less kills and they had more digs. Just the Wolverines won all the critical points in the first couple of sets. There's a freshman for Rutgers. And a little dump set for Nayar. And she's doing it with efficiency, hitting .421. And that time they ruled, though, she went over the net. Here's Dodson. Hartman went for the middle. Nice dig from right. And another block, Grkovic! Northwestern hitting over 350 for the match still. Scarlet Knights hitting just under 200. Big discrepancy in that department. There's a big rejection, though. Roofed back by Hardison. They're middle of the pack in the conference. Just under 1.5 aces per set. They almost matched that on the first 2 points. Bishop to the outside. Good dig from Humphrey, who's patrolling the back line right now. And then it's Kinkilla, the 6'4" redshirt sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. Been creeping up towards 150 kills. Hardison on the slide. Look out, the freshman. That one came back. That's a block for Grkovic. Humphrey also 2 digs away from 100 on the season. And a block! Hardison and Nayar with the rejection.
You can definitely see how happy she is, and definitely see that momentum can slide into Maryland.
On the upside, Grkovic sending it down hard from the right side on this Rutgers team. So it's a good sign when you can really recruit from out of the area. Maybe they'll have to focus a little bit more. 12-10. Kinkilla sends it. Dowler rush blocked by Grkovic. Bryant. Nayar, the setter, put down, goes.
To get things started, here's sophomore Taylor Humphrey. A little bit of an awkward reception there. And here comes the aforementioned Londot. Couldn't get a lot on that. Here comes the back set and a big swing. And the first kill goes to the Scarlet Knights. Majoring in supply chain management, which her father works in over in Serbia, has won several awards for that endeavor. Good reception from Warbitzer. Now Londot will turn provider, but Tuman just has to send it back over. Now here comes a big back set and a swing from Zora Hardison to get the point for Rutgers. Good reception by Morbitzer, but it's overpassed. Tuman. And Murphy has denied it, then that great block made by Caitlin Hoffman, the freshman out of Novi, Michigan.